Okay, we just got to camp, but we're going to do lunch. First thing we're going to do before we even unpack everything, I got cheese. Okay, here's everything I need for my lunch. We're going to do walking tacos. I got some kidney beans, some taco seasoning. This is our hamburger. I've got some tomatoes and onions, and it's like already mixed up stuff we're going to put in there. I got some sour cream I brought, some cheddar cheese, and then we're going to do our walking tacos. He's going to do the nacho cheese, and I'm going to do the twist flavors. So first thing we're going to do is get the stove started, and he's got the stove. He's going to get it started, and we're going to get cooking on the hamburger. All right, so we got the hamburger. You want video? Okay.
And we got the Bush Box wannabe.
Gonna lock that in place. That's going to be cooking for a little bit. Meanwhile, come over this way. We're going to be putting up
Cherokee KOA, North Carolina.
I got the Ozark Trail. This is a 3-person.
I'm pretty sure we showed that on the table.
I'm putting it up now. This is the Ozark Trail 3-person hammock. I guess we're going to put it right here. I'm going to try to get with that mat's going to be my getting in and out, but it might be my ground level. But the instructions are right in the bag, so that's nice because the instructions are right there in the bag. I like it when they're right there.
What did you throw at your feet?
A little, like a
Oh,
bag.
that's the bag that goes inside the tent.
Yeah. All right. So, tent. We'll get back with you when we set it up.
Thought you were supposed to show them how to set it.
All right, we're going to show them how to set it up. I'm going to leave enough of that up front for my feet, like about right there. Would that be enough?
Looks good to me.
All right.
That's uphill, so that'd be good. That'll make it like a pillow anyway.
Yep.
Or a tilted bed to help fight the heartburn.
So, I guess we'll try.
Going to be under this thing. If it kills us, you know who to call. Where's your pegs? Peg.
These have got the small, short little L-shaped ones. There's 4 of them. And it's got the
That's where the...
It's got the little...
That's where the pegs...
rings. Yeah.
Not the pegs, but
that's where the poles go in.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
We pull this out, and hopefully I'm going to get it outside. I mean, turn that the other way, I think.
You ain't going to get outside your carpet. You need to turn your carpet the other way, maybe. All right, do whatever.
Yeah, I need to turn my carpet the other way, don't I?
It'll be all right. One way or another. Won't hurt to poke a hole in it.
No, we're not going to poke a hole in it.
It's already damaged. We could someday get another one. She likes to show off her butt, don't she?
Well,
she did that in the other videos. You bend over in front of you.
Sorry about the butt. There. Okay, we're going to take that in tighter once I get it down. So these things here all just kind of fold in place. Let me get this one.
Most people have seen those before.
This is actually the thing that goes over
There's
the
a
front.
there's a rock under that peg. Or a root. I don't know which.
These just kind of clip in.
We're expecting rain tonight. Down around 48.
And we'll bike camping. Show that we're bike camping. So all we brought was what would fit on the bike.
We showed you that stuff on the table and everything before. Other than the food. She added that this morning. I wanted to do up Mountain House, but she wanted to do fancy stuff. So you know who wins.
It's been a while since we put this up, but I believe this is the, might be the side one.
Well, they go crossways, both of them. That one goes across that way and that one goes across that way.
This is
They make an
back,
X.
and that's the front. Okay.
No, they make an X.
You're right. That's all they gave me. It's an X. Okay.
And you get the little one there that goes in the middle
This is the X.
to hold the thingy up.
This is the X.
And then you tie them to that thingy, the string that's sticking up in the middle.
All right, they go in there.
And then you hook them in the hook in through all them loops.
Yeah.
Well, they snap on.
Right. So this one just goes up through this little square this way.
Yeah.
And then you send it through the square here. And then I'll send it all the way across. Little by little. I'll send it all the way across. So that's kind of like
Yeah, and the peak thing goes at the peak.
send it down a
Here
little
you
bit
go.
more. About right to there, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then the next one, I'll feed it in. It goes in on this side.
Don't forget to tie your little white knot
I'll tie 'em
there.
once I get them both together. All right, so we're gonna put this through here. Now put it under here.
Did you put any grease in with that hamburger? Well, it's got grease in the hamburger, I guess, but
Yeah.
because there's steam coming out the pot.
I'll just keep sending that until it goes through. Sending it, keep sending it some more.
Better go stir your dinner.
In just a minute, it'll be all right to stir.
You'll burn it on the bottom.
All right, give me 1 minute and I'll get it. Okay, this is about where I want to tie them together. Does that look about right?
Close enough.
I'm going to do a loose tie.
It'll slide through there
Yeah, I'm
anyway.
going to do a loose tie so it does slide.
Just tie a bow.
Yeah. So it can tie. It will go if it needs to. And
And
then
then-
what you do is you just get these
Yeah.
little T things. You just stick this thing in here. On all of the sides, and then you just set it up. And
Get the other corner of that one first.
Go opposite.
Yeah. You gotta snap them to the right there.
Might have to do that a little bit further on that side. There you go. There you go. Now we're good. Now I don't have these pegged in all the way until I get it up, and then we'll peg it better.
Snap the gray thing. Honey,
After,
snap these things,
okay,
or it'll bend the wrong way.
okay. Snapping these great things. So this is the little tent set up without the tarp on it right now.
Rainfly.
Without the rain fly set on it.
You don't have it.
So, and this was a real simple setup, even though we may not have made it look that easy. It just crosses in the front, they go through those legs, hangs on there,
That little rail go?
and that's all that happens. So, and this is the tent so far, and then he's going to put the rain fly on it.
Deal.
Watch your fingers.
Ready?
I can't really remember if the gray goes in front of the white, but we're going to put the white in. These things here,
Huh?
these things here, just hook onto these rings. So I'm just going to put that on the ring down here and hook it up. Push in my thing a little bit tighter. And that's what holds that. That's all that holds that. It's that little ring. This ground's pretty soft. I don't know if that's gonna.
Trying to figure out how this stupid thing's supposed to go in here.
No, it goes on the outside. Well, in that case, I do have it backwards because here's where it's in this. So we got to turn it because this slides through here. So it is turning around. So we're going to turn it this way.
Watch me have a heart attack.
Alright, so the rain fly goes on this way because of this thing holds it up. And it holds in that little pocket.
What little pocket?
In this hole here, right here, there's a hole. See the hole? It goes in that little hole right there.
Obviously, I don't see the hole.
The pole goes in that hole right there. Okay. And then you take these S-cup hooks like this, and you hook them down into the little ring. Okay. And then I'll take them like this one right here. And this cook into there.
What did you unhook them? That little pole or
Mine's in, my pole's in.
this pole was collapsed.
Hold on, I don't have it
That's
on.
why you couldn't hook the thingy.
There. And there it is.
Yeah.
The tent. Only
Yeah.
5 cuss words later and we made it. So that's what we're sleeping in tonight. Okay, this is the tent set up. We got our little rug down. We got the tent set up. It's not that hard to put up. We probably made it more difficult than it needed to be. But we're hungry right now. We're hungry. We're ready for some lunch. But this is our camp setup. The back. So I'm going to go inside and be setting up the inside here in a minute. But as of right now, all right. This is the Ozark Trail outdoor equipment. It's supposed to be a 3-person tent, and this is what it looks like inside. So I'm going to keep putting the gear in.
You
The next step is the Hiking Nature double.
Hiking True double sleeping pad.
Hiking
Which she
True.
cannot pronounce that 3 times in other videos. She messed that
Okay.
up.
The next thing I'm going to put in my tent is the Hiking True sleeping pad. It's that double sleeping pad that I use my foot. I've showed you in other videos how it works. Get back with you once I have it in. That's it. Take your shoe off and get over here and start pulling. Okay, the next thing I'm going to put in my tent, I have this Trek Logic. This it's a little table. Holds 2 drinks. And I'm going to sit that right here. Sits up real easy, packs up really nice. And I'm going to put that in our tent. So we have drink spot next to our tent. Next will come the sleeping bags. Here we have tent set up. So far, we still got a lot to do. We got inside, we got our air mattress, our double sleeping bag, a little table, and then this is our clothes, and our coat, our rain gear's in there. But if we needed to, I think these chairs would fit in here if we needed them to. Let me just see. All right, this is our tent set up. If we needed to, if it rains, we can put the 2 chairs in here. We got a little table. But since it's not raining, we are going to take the chair out and sit it out here on my thing. But we have a little table in there. We have our clothes, rain gear, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, and this is what we'll be living in for the weekend. So we'll back up. I got the chairs outside, but if it starts raining, I did leave enough room that we could put the chairs inside if we had to. We got dinner cooking. See what it looks like. You see our hamburger is frying up pretty good. We still got some red meat there, but it's frying up pretty good. It's getting there. Hasn't taken long at all on this little wood stove. I'm going to stir that up. I brought my meat completely frozen straight out of the freezer, so I was really surprised on how thawed it actually got real quick here. Gonna let that a little bit longer. Randy getting the tent organized with some things so they're usable and easy to get at. We got it on our little burner stove. I'm going to check it so I don't spill it. I'm going to sit right there. So far it's looking good. It's got our hamburger in there, our taco meat, and our kidney beans are in there. So it's looking good. Soon, I believe dinner's just about done. All right. That's dinner. I'll get it together and we'll have dinner. Okay, we're ready to do our walking taco. We got the meat and beans in there. We have our bags here. Some cheddar cheese. This is sour cream, and then we have cut up tomatoes and onions and peppers and cilantro in here. And we're gonna open these bags up, mix it all together, and have walking tacos. Okay, so you just pour whatever hamburger and beans right into the bag. And what we don't eat today, we'll have tomorrow for chili. Maybe. And then you can put in some sour cream or some cheese. So first you put the hamburger in, and we put the beans and hamburger. And then we have cheese we put in. Now he's putting in some sour cream. And then you can add that. And that's what you call a walking taco. I guess you can just shake that in, I guess, unless you want to use the spoon. And that's all there is to it. Walking taco. And then you just stir it up. Let's look what it looks like inside. And there's your walking taco. For my walking taco, I'm going to use these curly chips. I'm going to use some beans and meat. You just scoop that in. As much beans and meat as you want. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. Hold that up there a second. I'm going to add some cheese into mine. And then a little bit of the tomato and salsa stuff. That's a little bit too much. Anyway, but then there's my little bit more cheese.
You ain't gonna put no cream cheese in there?
Oh yes, and cream cheese. Missing something. And some cream cheese. And then once you do that,
It took her 3 hours to make it.
yeah, walking taco. On the other side of our campsite, on the other side of where we're camping, we got this really pretty lake river that's going through. It's really pretty. Campsite over there. It's nice. It's on the opposite side of where we're camping though. Can do it. I don't have any kindling right here though. Hold on, I'm not ready. Well, let me see. See the spark. Almost. Hold on. Oops. Do you see the spark? I'm getting a spark, I'm just not getting it to unite. Like, hold on a minute. Plan B. Now, is this one of those tissue things?
Yeah.
You're supposed to spread it out?
Do I spread
No,
it?
that one I don't believe you do.
All right. Okay, ready?
Let's see how it lights.
I got it on video, dear?
Yes, dear.
Okay, let me see if I
You're
got
going
it.
to do it with your bracelet. That ain't going to be much spark.
Yeah, it will. 1, 2, 3.
Seeing her light a fire worries
Yeah.
me. I could do it myself.
Try
huh?
with the log. This might just be to extend the light time.
Okay, so let me try.
Getting a good spark out of there, according to this camera.
Yeah, she's sparkling good.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
There it is.
She lit that with her bracelet. I didn't think she had it in her.
I did it with my bracelet, Feral Ride survival bracelet. So now we want to let
We
that.
got to build it up.
Yep.
Now she can't put it back together.
Hold on. Yeah.
If it's got the jagged edges there, well,
Yeah,
of course,
leave it,
Josh
with
knows
the
what he's doing.
jagged, yeah, like that. And let that, see what that does. Yeah, just see what happens there. Crystal, you missed it. I got it. Okay, cut. Cut. Don't put that on yet, so take a picture of my campfire. All right.
Yep. It's done.
Now we got the campfire going. There's Randy.
You sure? How comes your light ain't on like the camera light? Probably be pitch
There's
dark when you
Pappy.
go to put it on YouTube.
Yep, there's Pappy. There's the fire.
She says I gotta suck it up on the movie star now.
There's the campfire. There's Pappy.
No, still ain't getting it.
There you go. All right. We're in our bed. All right, we're in our bed. We're ready to call it a night. And we'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, we made it another night. How did you do last night, dear?
Rough start,
Yeah.
smooth finish.
Yep. But anyways, we're going to get up and see what we'll get into today. Last night it rained really hard. Let me show you the, you can see on the tent here. Let's see here. Let's see the rain up there on the ceiling. But anyway, we're going to get up and get the day started, see how things go. Well, there it is. It rained. My bike is all wet. My bike's got wet. But it rained last night. But we made it through the night. See what's going to do today.
Just got done wiping all the rain off the Harley. Hopefully it's good enough for now and it don't do it again. That's a lot of work. For a man that can't bend over very much.
Okay, this morning for breakfast we're going to have eggs on orange, some hash browns and bacon. Then we got our our hot chocolate and our coffee, and that's going to be breakfast this morning if all goes well. We're not sure exactly which way we're going to cook it because our wood is wet, but this is how we're going to work on it. We're going to get started.
Okay, go.
Alright, I'm going to flip my bacon. Ooh, they're burning on one side. You have to
That's what I said. They're about done.
This is about done.
Well, except for that one. Give it another 2 minutes or so, it'll be.
Yeah. Maybe not sit it too close.
Yeah. Turn the stove down a little.
Yeah. Now, do I need to take that butter out of there that's burnt and put more butter in it
No.
to put their eggs in? Alright, I cut the orange in half and we pulled the oranges out. We'll just eat these pieces of oranges with our breakfast. But later I'm going to put a gingerbread mix in here and we're going to bake it and make like a cupcake, but it'll be inside. This will be our cupcake holder, plus it'll give it an orange flavor with my gingerbread. So I'm going to save these till later and I'll mix up my gingerbread mix in here and we'll have gingerbread cupcakes and these will be our holders. We're just going to eat this for breakfast. Alright. Okay, I got my butter on. Attempt to do an egg.
With a generic bush box and a generic transient.
Yeah, that looks good. Should I do one at a time or two?
Put another one in there. No pepper, I guess.
Yeah, no pepper.
Put the eggshells in the fire.
Oh, one egg busted. Let's see if I can't get them flipped over without making a mess. Oh, maybe. I might be able to do it. This will be first time on film here.
Ain't never used such a little frying pan.
Should have only put one egg. Note to self, next time only one egg. Let me see, here we go. Uh-oh. Let's smoke some eyes. Okay, ready? Oh, and I did it! Did you get that?
Yeah, it's got that.
Alright.
Your eyeballs are full of smoke again.
Yeah.
Get out of the fire line.
1001, 1002.
Stop. Eggs over hard. Can't beat it.
I don't know how over hard. They might have a little bit.
Round 2. Get the hash browns on there. There's breakfast. Half of it anyway. The other half I ate already. Trying again.
Okay, this is my egg and butter. My yolk busted. I hate that, but that'll be alright.
Got a lot of air in it.
Ooh!
Put some grease on the fire.
So that egg didn't turn out too bad.
We got the transient underneath there. Just going to town. The fake transient and the fake firebox. Someday I'll get a real one. Alright, bye.
Okay, one thing nice about this stove, once you put the lid on, fire goes out. So it saves what alcohol you had left in there. So I do like that because as soon as you put that lid on it, the fire goes out. Then you can put this other lid on top and store it. It's got a seal in it.
You got that lid off, then you put that.
Yeah, you take that lid off and then you put this lid back on it, and this has got like a rubber seal that seals it so it doesn't leak. Our gingerbread mix, I'm going to mix it up right in the baggie. It has 1 egg and some water. We're going to put it in these orange that we had for breakfast, these orange peelings. We're going to use these as our cupcake papers.
Wrappers.
And we're going to bake them in my billy cups, which will be right here. We're going to bake it. We're going to stick it right in there and try to bake it. So I'm going to set this up and I'll get back with you in a minute. Well, actually, we can show you right here. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do
What'd you do with the extra tent pegs that I was going to
they should be
use
in
to
your brown thing.
hold the belly pot sideways?
Yeah, they should be in your brown thing. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is open up my basket or my food. I'm gonna pour it right in the baggie. It was easier just to put it in here instead of bringing the bags. There will be less trash. Plus I can mix it right in this baggie. So the first thing we're gonna do is put all my, this is gingerbread mix. You can use any cake mix you want, any brownie mix you want. It takes 1 egg. I'm gonna break that in here. Hopefully no shells, we'll see. I don't think I got any shells. Okay. Then it says 1.5 cups of water. So this is like a 2-cup thing. So I'm gonna put, estimate, I'm just gonna put a little bit of water in it and then I'll add just a little bit more. That's about a cup there. And I'm gonna put that in there. Because I can always add a little bit more water. You can't take it back out once you add it, but I'm going to try to take out the air. Zip it shut. And then I'm just going to mix it just like that. Once I see that it's all mixed, I'm going to pour it into my things. But I'm just going to keep mixing until I feel like it's all mixed in. Tried to take the air out of it so that it mixes better. But this is how you just kind of keep stirring it like this till it's all mixed. I think I actually added just about enough water, so I estimated just about pretty good on that. I don't think I need to add any more water. Hopefully I didn't add too much water, but it feels like it's about the right consistency. So once I feel like that's been blended up enough, which it looks pretty good, looks like it's been blended, I could either cut off a corner and fill it in, but I think because it's got a zip on it, I'm probably going to regret this later, but then I can reseal it, I guess. But I'm going to try doing it this way. I'm going to just pour in there. In each cup. This will raise a little bit, so I probably shouldn't have filled it that full, but it'll be all right.
Shouldn't you ought to preheat the oven? Oh.
Yeah, it should have been preheated. So this definitely is going to make more than 4 of these, but I'm going to make what I can put in it for right now, and then the rest I guess I'll have to put in my cooler. But they filled up. I filled them up. I guess I should have actually gave them a little bit of room because they will raise. But that's all I'm going to get in there, and this is why I'm glad I kind of didn't cut a hole in the bottom, because I can zip that back shut and I'll just have to go. I'm actually gonna put that back in my cooler thing. Okay.
So when she screws this up, then we still got gingerbread we can eat later.
Yeah, I can actually put that in a pan by itself and bake it then. I'm just gonna give it a spot. Okay, so this is ready. Now my pot, I have my little grate I'm gonna put in like this. I'm going to put that over the stove there.
The transient burner inside the stick stove.
So he can go ahead and light that. I'll take that. So he's going to set up his stove, and we're going to fix it so the pan won't roll. And we just use tent pegs as our sticks.
Sit still.
This thing's got different holes on the sides of it, so you can stick it at different levels, but we're going to try to make it where the pan won't roll.
Alright, hopefully that'll work.
Okay, go ahead and sit the pan down first. And I guess you want the pan either direction.
You want the pan facing out so you can daggone check the oven.
Okay, that looks pretty sturdy. So we just put the pan on. And then I'm just going to sit this grate in here. I'm going to put it this way. Just going to sit that grate on there.
We should have some
I can feel.
rocks or charcoal or something to help it, but we ain't got that.
Yeah, I think if we put rocks, it would be good. So then I'm just going to take. All right, so we got the burner on. We got the pan.
This thing sit there for a minute to warm up. It ain't bloomed.
All right, he says let that bloom a little bit. You're going to put a couple rocks in the bottom of the pan, will help it hold the heat. So you just put some rocks in the bottom. Tell me when it's okay to put it on there. I can see some steam coming out.
See the fire coming out the blooming thing. Right now. Can't see the fire, period. So
You'll just start baking it.
put it in there if you're in that big a hurry.
I can feel the heat in the pan a little bit. So, all right, so here's our stove. We got some rocks in the bottom. We're using the tarantula stove. I'm gonna slide these in. Hopefully it does not fall out and lose my stuff like I did my chili. I'm gonna sit that right in like that. Let me get the lid. Focus this right here. Gonna put the lid on, and when you shut it like this, it actually locks. We got to be very careful that that does not fall, because we do not have it on there very sturdy. So no sitting on. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Our timer went off. We're going to check it. I'm going to hold this pan. He's going to turn the lid and hold the lid.
I want to make sure I could touch that first.
Oh, look, there it is so far, what it's looking like. It's not quite done, but that's been 20 minutes, so we're going to let it on a little bit longer. We're going to put some more fuel in it and let it on a little bit longer. Yeah, that locks it. Uh-oh. All right.
What do you mean? Oh,
Wants to fall.
no, don't.
Okay, you're going to have to light it again, I guess. There's Pappy and I just sitting in our chairs, having a good time, relaxing in from our tent. Just waiting. We're going to go to the falls here in a little bit. We're going to go up there and hike, but we're waiting on our gingerbread to get done. So we're just going to sit here until it gets done, and then we're going to go maybe go see a waterfalls today. We heard there's one up not too far from here. All right, see you in a little bit. We have a cardinal that has joined our campsite. Look how pretty.
Bread.
Look how pretty. See if he turns around. I'm going to hold it. See if he turns around on us. There he is. His beak a little bit turned.
He didn't want his picture taken. He turned his back.
Yeah, he's shining me now. There, he might turn.
Yeah.
Nope, there he goes.
There's a chickadee up there. I just learned my chickadees because of the
So this is our gingerbreads after we took them out of the oven. They're still pretty hot a little bit. They might have burnt just a little bit on the bottom, but they actually look like a pretty good cake. They look like a pretty good cake. We're going to taste them here in just a little bit. But that's making gingerbread in orange halves in my pot.